and a lot depends on strong American leadership.
Oh, I've heard.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Hit the button, baby.
Party dance time.
I don't know. Okay, stay cool. This is a Thor News presentation. Thor News presents...
Currency collapse is a mathematical certainty. We need to be prepared for it. If we're not, we will be into a period of lawlessness. You get a 20. You get a 20. Everybody gets a 20. Who should we put on the $20 bill? Problem solved. Oprah Winfrey. Hey, if we're going to go ahead and put a female on the 20, I think it's a hands down, slam dunk. It should be Oprah Winfrey. Because let's face it, society is about money. And who better as a role model when it comes to making money is Oprah Winfrey. If I had my pick, I would personally go with J.K. Rowling, but I think people would get a little dicey about putting a non-American on the dollar bill. Though, I would love to hear my fellow Christians freak out over, like, you're going to put a woman who supports witchcraft on the 20? And I'd be like, where were you guys during the whole pyramid on the dollar bill thing? You know, to this day, that's my first question. They're like, are you a conspiracy theorist? I go, hey, dude, why is there a pyramid on the dollar bill? You know, like, if you want to get down to brass tacks, buddy, no one to this day has explained why there's a pyramid with a all-seeing eye on a dollar bill without crossing over into, quote, conspiracy theory territory, unquote. And now that I've solved our $20 bill problem, I want to say I'm really confused. I know that they've made Thor a woman in the Disney Marvel universe. They've made all the Ghostbusters female, and now they're going to put a female on the $20 bill to help bring about equality. And that don't make no damn sense, man. You know, like, I don't get how that helps bring about equal pay for women. Now, I want to let you know I fully support 100% women getting paid equal to males. There's no reason, no justification that women should not be paid as much as men for doing the same job. On that, I agree 100%. Women deserve equal pay. And then I hear a lot of people say we need to fight to get rights for women in America. And I'm not really sure what rights men have that women don't have. Nobody's pointing out to me which rights those are. You know, like, I'm all for equality, man. But I think at times certain movements can be subverted and perverted. Because if we're talking about the treatment of women here, you're talking about equal pay for women. You're talking about cutting down and getting rid of sexual harassment in the workplace. And you're talking about, you know, cutting the balls off rapists, which I totally support, though there needs to be a lot of, if you're going to cut somebody's balls off, there needs to be a lot of clear evidence, and there need to be boundaries set up ahead of time. But overall, I definitely think pedophiles and rapists should have their balls cut off. If you don't have balls, you're not going to do it again. Problem solved. So, you know, this whole thing is wacky, and it shows how wacky it's become. Like, I've seen the man spreading on buses in New York, you know, like, dude. And I hear people all the time that, oh, I get catcalled. Well, I live near downtown Dallas in a pretty good apartment. I hear machine gun fire all the time. It is not a perfect world. I would love it for you not to get catcalled, and I would love it I didn't have to hear gunfire. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily think tweeting about it is going to solve the problem. And also, let me point out the irony in putting a female face on the $20 bill in replace of Andrew Jackson, who, A, hated the Federal Reserve, or the National Bank, I think it was at the time, and yes, he committed absolute genocide on the Native Americans. He dehumanized them and brought them to the brink of almost extinction. Now, the biggest irony is the fact that it is my opinion that the system we live in and our fiat currency is the root of all inequality. And that while everybody is talking about they want equality, nobody is being a mature, rational adult and realizing that capitalism is the most cutthroat form of Darwinism out there. Capitalism don't give a fuck about equality. You know what I'm saying? There's no equality with capitalism. It's he who has the most money, toys, wins. He doesn't give a shit about you being black, white, Hispanic, Asian, gay, straight, woman, man. You know, it's all about the money, and that's all that matters. And so while we see a lot of people talking about equality on TV for television shows and equality in comic books, we need more female heroes who aren't sexualized. Well, you know, I don't hear anybody putting for a big push. I think that like 90% of all Wall Street executives and top financial guys are guys, you know? And nobody's like putting a big push to have Wall Street equal. Why? Because they can't. Because money runs everything. So my mother is one of the greatest women on the planet. She can outwork your dad. And she's been one of the most successful women ever. So I just want to put that out there. Oprah Winfrey for the 20, and what the fuck are y'all thinking, man? Like, I really, at Thor News, I like to try and solve some problems, and we got big ones. And so if I could get females on this 100-year truce bandwagon, that would be great, because currency collapse is a mathematical certainty. We need to be prepared for it. If we're not, we will be into a period of lawlessness. So I invite you to avoid the divide and conquer, he said, she said bullshit. You know, celebrate our differences, because 1 is equal to 1 and 2 is equal to 2. A penis is not equal to a vagina, you know? So, as human beings, we were supposed to be all given rights. And the Bill of Rights, those rights are being eroded. So, fighting between us, while all of our rights are being taken away on a grand scale, that's pretty disgusting, you know? So I just want to say God bless everybody. And forgive me, I just thought I had my say.
Party dance time.
All right, God bless everybody.
You don't need to ask the government.
Stay cool.